100 gecs is a duo made up of Laura Les and Dylan Brady. In 2016, they put out an EP called 100 gecs, and 3 years later, they released their first album called 1000 gecs. It was named the best album of 2019 in Vice and in the New York Times. It was also on year-end lists in Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, Stereogum, and more. Dylan lives in Los Angeles and Laura in Chicago. They work remotely and send files back and forth to each other. In this episode, the two of them break down how they made the song Money Machine.
My name is Dylan Brady.
My name is Laura Les of the band 100 gecs.
We both produce, both write the songs.
Dylan lives out in LA, and I was just recording out of my bedroom in Chicago, so we emailed the files back and forth.
We know each other really well, and we're super close.
Me and Dylan first met at a party in St. Louis when we were in high school.
A few years after that, we were like, let's work on a project.
We would send songs or ideas and kind of just like talk music occasionally.
Probably took 5 or 6 years to do the first EP from meeting each other.
We really liked what we had done for the EP, but we had both been doing our own things for a few years. We had been planning on coming back to 100 gecs for a while, and then we started doing these Minecraft festivals.
Minecraft festivals, it's like a big server that multiple people, like thousands of people, can go into this designed online world as their avatar. It's like a real festival layout. There's stages, there's booths, there's huge sculptures that you could walk around and interact with, but it's all online.
There's, stages set up so the artists can perform virtually. One of the people who runs that, he had asked me to do a set, and I thought that was the perfect opportunity to, give Dylan and myself an excuse to start up the project again. And that's when we made Money Machine. Dylan started the project.
That sound, I just found it in Logic. It's called a dobro slide. If you press it at the highest velocity, you get that crazy twang thing that's in some of the notes. Thought the contrast of that to like screaming bass would be a sick kind of thing. We both like really heavy shit, and we both like cute, fun melodies, so try and bring them together. Just like fun, ear candy, catchy moments in like the context of more heavy shit. So I just made this beat, saved it as Money Machine. I usually look around at like objects, try and find some sort of hint at a file name. Must have been some money on the ground.
I thought the instrumental was a little bit, not mocking, it was sarcastic. It was like wearing a $6,000 fur coat into the most disgusting bar that you can walk into. The way the bass feels when you're listening to it, it's like honking at you and laughing at you. I was working sort of a shitty job, and after work, I would just come home at night and work on music deep into the night. I just kind of sat down with the instrumental and put some headphones on and started mumbling into the microphone. But I had a fight at work. I had a fight with another man later on. I was just fed up in general. I just wanted to take it out in some way. I had been watching a lot of King of the Hill, and I constructed in my head a sort of Hank Hill asshole character to just absolutely break down.
Bobby, I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this, but I would be a bad parent if I didn't. Soccer was invented by European ladies to keep them busy while their husbands did the cooking.
Right then, I was needing to just absolutely decimate this man, this man in my head. So I recorded the intro of the song, just thinking of this emotion of, fuck you, I'm flexing.
Hey, you little piss baby. You think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck.
I was just kind of getting in that sort of mindset of these people that I had grown up with, these like people in St. Louis talking about their big trucks and riding around in their like huge whatever F-750s. I just thought, your truck isn't that big, all right? Calm down. You have a tiny little truck. People have tried to assign very crude meaning to that line. I swear I was talking about a truck. I was just thinking the most, how could I destroy this person? I would make you fall in love with me and then I would break your heart.
Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And then you'd love it and you'd text me I love you. And then I'd fucking ghost you.
And then I actually wrote an entirely different hook for the song that was a little more direct. But it wasn't very good. I just thought that it didn't have a lot of personality. It wasn't super catchy. So I did my stay up all night and try to think of a hook routine. Dylan labeled the track Money Machine. So I think that just the phrase was in my head and it was a really good phrase.
Beat titles matter. Don't just call it a number.
I guess it kind of morphed into the idea of the chorus.
We both love autotune.
A lot of people still do have a closed mind about using autotune on vocals, or especially the kind of autotune that we use that's very in your face and very fast. And, I think that's sad. You should open your mind to it. It lets me do things with my voice that I can't do regularly. So when I'm doing vocal delivery, a lot of times, I don't care about getting right on pitch the first time. It's much more important to me about letting the emotion of the vocal out. So first, I recorded my vocal just completely dry.
With the big boys coming with the big stuff, I feel so clean like a money machine, oh yeah.
There's lots of little pitch slurs, so that when the autotune is on it, it has this cool effect to me of staircases.
With the big boys coming with the big stuff, I feel so clean like a money machine, oh yeah.
Which, sends shivers down my spine. We threw some distortion on a lot of the vocals. We just wanted it to sound huge and big and just flex as hard as we possibly could.
With the big boys coming with the big stuff, I feel so clean like a money machine, oh yeah.
And if you're pitching the vocal up, I can sing way higher. That just lets me do some more intense melodies than I would regularly be able to sing.
Big boys coming with the big stuff, I feel so clean like a money machine, oh yeah. Big boys coming with the big truck, feel so clean like a money machine, oh yeah. Big boys coming with the big truck, feel so clean like a money machine.
I understand that I'm not the best singer, but I sort of bionic woman myself into becoming a good singer. I'll use every trick in the book to get the vocals sounding how I want it and get the idea out.
Feel so clean like a money machine, feel so clean like a money machine.
She sent back the intro and the hook, and I was like, shit, this is fucking crazy. And then I just added my verse.
It definitely wouldn't be complete without Dylan's spin on it.
Tell me what to do, I've been trying to go to bed. I've been up for days, I've been trying to get it right. Said it all before, I'll say it once again. I'm better off alone.
He was like, tell me what to do because I'm trying to go to bed. For a second, I was thinking I was like keeping him awake because we had been working on the set for so long. And he was like, get the fucking chorus over with and like get it done.
No, it's definitely not like finish your verse, I'm trying to go to bed. It's like, fuck, I'm tired as hell. We were just working like really hard on the shit. And her part is so fucking good, I just wanted to like not fuck it up.
Tell me what to do, I've been trying to go to bed. I've been up for days, I've been trying to get it right. Set it up before, I'm setting up again. I'm better off alone.
Dylan inspires me a lot to not get lazy with writing. I think it's like a sort of healthy rivalry to me because I will come up with some line and then he'll work off of it and he will do something great. And then I'm like, wow, well, mine sounds lazy now. So I have to go back and make it even better. And I think that's just sort of like an ethos that we have when we're working is that, you know, we're just always building off of each other and just another reason that he's so great to work with.
After the Minecraft festival, we went back and tweaked a bunch of shit.
There was like the little snare part right before the chorus kicks in. It's like do 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 do. It's just one snare. I just drew in a little MIDI pattern with it. Just automated the pitch bend on my sampler that I was playing the snare off of. I had a couple tracks of just like noises that I have made. One, I think, is a SpongeBob clip, but it's just overly processed to the point where it just sounds like a screech. I think it's Plankton. And then Dylan and I have this specific noise that we recorded in my apartment when we were recording the album. We had a really like distorted vocal track.
Feeding back from the other room speakers. And then we just threw a fucking 808 at the end of it.
I guess it kind of like is the one final flex. All right, we just did a great song. Now we're just gonna absolutely bury it at the end with this noise. 'Cause fuck you. It's pop music. I wanted people to like it, but I wasn't very sure just because of a lot of the choices that we make when we're making our music.
I mean, I thought it was a fucking banger.
Music has always sort of been a way that I can say what I need to say, and Money Machine brought out a feeling in me where I just wanted to let out some sort of aggression in the most fun possible way.
And now here's Money Machine by 100 gecs in its entirety.
Hey, you little piss baby, you think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And then you'd love it. You text me I love you. And then I'd fucking ghost you. The big boys coming with the big stuff. I feel so clean like a money machine. Oh, yeah. Big boys coming with the big truck. Feel so clean like a money machine. Oh, yeah. Big boys coming with the big truck. Feel so clean like a money machine. Oh, yeah. Big boys coming with the big truck. Feel so clean like a money machine. Oh, yeah. Feel so clean like a money machine. Feel so clean like a money machine. Feel so clean like a money machine. Feel so clean like a money machine.
Tell me what to do, I've been trying to go to bed. I've been up for days, I've been trying to get it right. Said it all before, I'll say it once again. I'm better off alone.
Tell me what to do, I'm trying to go to bed. I've been up for days, I'm trying to get it right. Set it up before, I'm setting once again. I'm better off alone. With the big boys coming with the big stuff. I
totally fine to not be productive. I feel like in this situation, it's like a crazy once-in-a-lifetime global struggle. Like, sorry if I can't write a new song today or do whatever the I'm trying to do. Like, this is insane. Totally normal to just, like, have to chill sometimes.
When you feel inspired and you feel creative again, which you will, because it always happens like that, then you'll do what you have to do. Can't rush it.
Can't rush it.
The remix album, 1000 gecs and the Tree of Clues.
Tree of Clues.
What can fans expect from this project? What are fans going to be walking into?
Fans are going to be walking into a recontextualization of
a primordial soup of creative energy from none other than 100 gecs.
Familiar songs with new and interesting twists with artists they may have heard already. Remixes, some new songs, some tiny tunes, some very cool art. It's like interesting doing this now because we did like the first album remotely and now we're doing like the remix album and all the content for it remotely with like way more people.
We're inviting in outside forces into our world, our comics universe.
All working remotely.
All working remotely. Yeah, true.
Which we're no stranger to. With all this like time to chill at home, have you been able to like make or?
I mean, I'm definitely using this time to recenter my head and, you know, get back to what it is we were doing, you know, a year ago.
Yeah.
And trying to get, you know, in a good headspace for working and writing. And, you know, I think it's been really good in a way because I'm just looking at it fresh now, writing a song about Ratatouille and just bringing it back, you know.
Back to the basics.
Yeah, back to the basics. It's easy to get all wrapped up in your head and there's 1,000 things happening and you never know what the fuck is going on and there's happening outside. And then you just say, hey, I just want to write a song about a rat who cooks. And then everything seems a little bit easier. So I think it's been a reset that's been feeling pretty good to me.
I've been making a lot of silly songs. Haven't been doing too many pop bangers yet, but try to get into that headspace soon. I'm
trying to balance and not beat myself up too hard if every day I'm not writing a fucking banger, which has been, I feel like that's like always a problem with me. I'm like really happy when I'm writing really good shit, and I'm really not happy when I am not doing that. I got really down on myself and, you know, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a day and I'm gonna play some Animal Crossing, and it felt good. And I was like, maybe I don't have to be doing this constantly all the time and putting pressure that's undue.
Before lockdown, we were getting ready to kick off the Tree of Clues World Tour. At what point did you realize it needed to be put on hold?
It just seems like there's no reason for people to be, you know, risking their safety to come to one of our shows. We can reschedule, you know, it'll be fine, but the greater risk is, I think, worth putting it off.
Probably thought that it was going to be canceled when Coachella got moved. They're moved.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, you know, the biggest precedent, I guess, that was set. And then we were like, but yeah, I mean, you know, everyone will come out. It'll be cool. We'll have lots of energy and be really amped to go out on tour. So it'll be sick.
Yeah, super stoked to get this out. We've been working on this for a while. It's gonna be fun to see it in the real world with all the visuals and stuff, components.
Yeah, excited to figure out working it into the live stuff and making people pee their pants in the good way.